Hello, it's Friday, it's 8 o'clock, we're live. Here we go. And today's technical problem is my webcam stopped working. So I have to use the one on my laptop. So I don't know what quality that's going to be. If you can hear me, if you can see me, drop me a like, say hello, let me know you're there. Give it a few minutes, and then we'll get started. And today I'm going to be discussing weight management. If you can see me, if you can hear me, say hello, drop me a like, let me know you're there. And of course, if you've got any questions, I'm going to press B now. Hi Jacqueline, how you doing? From Swansea, lovely. I think that's the furthest anyone's ever commented on me thing at the moment, so you've got that award. So let's give it a couple of minutes and I'll get started. I can't imagine it's going to be a very busy one tonight because, of course, the sun's out. We're all in the beer gardens and we're all in the in our back garden getting pissed and eating takeaways. So today's topic is going to be about weight management. Picked a good day. Well done, Chris. So, what's that now? Okay. So yeah. Hi Sally, how you doing? You had a good day? So, weight management is not about losing weight. It's not about gaining weight. It's about managing it. And it's about doing things that you can do to make things your norm to keep the weight off or put it on. Now, people that come to me for weight management stuff, the issue is never the issue, and it's very rarely about weight. Unless somebody's been diagnosed with something like, I don't know, type 2 diabetes or something, and they know they need to be off the sugar, they need to be have a healthier lifestyle, that sort of thing, then yes, it's about the weight. Or if somebody's waiting to go for an operation and they need to lose some weight so they can have it, then yes, it's about the weight. But for most people, for most clients that I've seen, it's nothing to do with weight. The weight is something that you see, and it's a result of piss poor diet and piss poor bad habits. So it's those that I'm interested in. What are your habits? What's your routines and things like that, and things that need to change. Because when they change, kamikaze flies in here now. Because when those habits and routines change, then you get a different result. So one of the main things I deal with is stress eating, because food is a comfort blanket. And food is there. It's easily gotten. We can get it easy. We just pop down the shop, or we can, we've got so much in the house, and we're not supposed to live like that. And I keep saying it over and over again. Hi Justin, how you doing? Excuse me. Yeah, so we're not supposed to live like that. We're supposed to be hunter-gatherers. We're designed to be able to go without food for a decent amount of time and to be able to eat it when it's there. We're not supposed to be out, we've got to hunt it, we've got to grow it, we've got to raise it, rear it, we've got to then kill it, butcher it, we've got to pick it, prepare it. And the brain still thinks like that. And it still wants us to do those things. However, we just pop down a supermarket and it's all done for us. Nice little packages. And we bring it home and basically make pigs of ourselves. And we're all guilty of it. But because the brain is still stuck in that hunter-gatherer state. What it'll do is when you're in high stress situations, for instance, your job or your career, your business, whatever it is, if you don't have a healthy routine in place where your brain, your body knows it's going to be fueled, it knows it's going to have food at certain times, then whenever it sees food, you're just going to go for it, whether you want it or not. So a lot of people I see are carers, nurses, people who work in offices, receptionists, that sort of thing, and they're constantly all day, every day, doing what it is they do. And to the brain, it's stress. So the brain can't switch off. Yes, they have a break, that sort of thing, but also, because a lot of business owners don't. I have to teach people to have a break, to just have a tea break, have a lunch break. And it makes such a change, not only to their day, but their whole lifestyle, just by doing that. Because you're not in that emotional state of mind that's constantly being bombarded with stress. Now you can sit down and think about your problems rationally rather than fight, flight, freeze taking over. So you're there in your office, whatever it is, and you're typing away and you've got to get this done by what time, and you're under a lot of stress, and then someone walks in with a box of biscuits. Now you don't know when you're going to finish this. You don't know when you're going to have your next break, if you're going to have your break. So you plough through and there's this box of biscuits, and all your brain does is looks at it and says, food, have it. And before you know it, you're sitting there and you're wailing these bickies down you because you're fueling your body. Unconsciously, you're just whacking this down because your brain's just seeing food and gone, let's have that because we need it. But you don't need it. And you don't need those reactions, those responses. Yes, work, business, and that is stress. But you can train yourself to have those set meals, take those meals with you and get into the routine. But then you go home and you got to get the kids' food ready. You got to get your other half food ready or whatever it may be. And then they eat at different times to you. And it's stress again. Stress, 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 stress. And your brain doesn't switch off. It doesn't have a moment to go, okay, let's just relax a bit. Yeah, you might put the telly on, but now you're tired. So you've sat down, you've put the telly on. Next thing you know, you haven't cooked yourself a proper meal. You're wailing more biscuits down. You've gone for the crisps. You've gone for the chocolate because it's easy. It's there. Not only is it easy in there, but it's full of shitty chemicals that make our brain go, hello, this is nice. Just the same as it would a proper meal, but a proper meal involves you doing some work. So it's those responses I'm interested in. However, because you've been grazing, because you've been picking, because you're eating the shitty foods, you're putting on more calories. And then I'm also assuming that along with it comes drink, alcohol, beer, wine, shitload of calories in that, especially wine. I mean, how many people tonight, it's Friday evening now, this is going live, right? How many people tonight have gone and got a takeaway and some alcohol because it's habit, not because they want it? Quite a few. Because that's what it is, it's habit. You've told yourself the takeaway is a reward for a week's worth of work and shit that you've put up with, so I'm gonna, and that's fine if it's a conscious decision. But if you're doing it out of habit, and if for some reason you can't have that takeaway or you can't have that alcohol and you're becoming a moody bastard, that needs changing. All these things build up. Excessive calories whacking into your body, you're going to put on weight. Now you won't see the habit of the grazing, the picking, the stress eating, the boredom eating, and all of that, what you'll see is you getting fatter. And you'll look in the mirror and you'll start calling yourself every name under the sun. And then you feel like shit because you've told yourself you feel like shit because you look like shit. And then you tell yourself, I need to get a grip of this. So you try a diet. And here's why diets don't work. Firstly, diets don't work is because a business created them. And a business wants you to buy the milkshakes, buy the ready meals, do this. So they want you on it for as long as possible. So you pay for their turkey at Christmas, basically. And a lot more besides. And hang on. But when we stop ourselves from having something, so we have the takeaways, we have the chocolate, we have the puddings, we have the crisps, we have all the shitty foods, right? The easy to get shitty foods that are full of sugars, salt, and all of that cobblers. And our brain knows it makes us happy to have it, and it's quick and it's easy to get and all that. So that's what it wants. It wants to do that. Now all of a sudden you've stopped it. You've gone, right, Monday I'm going on a diet. So Monday comes and you've stopped chocolate, you've stopped the shit foods, the crisps, whatever else, and you've stopped it. In a matter of a few hours and certainly a few days, your brain is now wondering where this food is. Where's this food that makes us happy? Why have you stopped us? We want it. You will not win. Very few people do win. Some do, but not many. Your brain will want it. Now, the more you stop yourself from having it, the more you've got to think about not having it. But to think about not having it, you've got to picture it in your mind. Picturing it in your mind, your brain remembers how it makes you feel. Now it wants it, especially sugar. Sugar is harder to get people off than cocaine. I help people combat sugar addiction. I am diabetic and I went through it myself. And I did go cold turkey, but I had something else to blame. I thought it was the side effects of the tablets that were messing me up. Turns out I was clucking like a junkie. And so it is hard. It's hard to do on your own. And it's hard to do if it's a habit and pattern that we do out of stress from a traumatic event, whatever else, because it's our comfort blanket. What I do is I help people have a healthier comfort blanket so they can deal with things themselves. If you're going to snack, have a healthy snack. And get into the habit of setting up those meals a day that you want and need, and being healthy, eating properly. Then a lot my clients then will be in a calorie deficit and they'll lose weight. But I've had clients who've come to me to help lose weight, and it's literally been nothing to do with weight. And in the way I remember one, she was adamant she wanted to lose weight, so worked together. We made some changes. Turned out she actually didn't get any time to herself. It was all time was spent either picking up after the kids or her husband, and so as soon as she organised to go twice a week swimming with a friend like she used to, everything changed. I did my bit where I reprogrammed her brain so she didn't have the stress equals reach for the chocolate, and then she went and did her bit and organised to get a hobby, to get herself some time, so she's got that time to decompress, let things go, and have a laugh with a friend, and so on and so forth. The weight came off on its own because she was moving more, eating less, eating better, eating healthier, and the weight's just going to come off as a result. And a lot of people say to me, can you, because I'm a hypnotist, can you hypnotize me to make me think I'm thin? Can you hypnotize me to not like chocolate? Can you hypnotize me to not want takeaways or drink so much? Yes, I can. But it'll only last you a minute. It'll only last you minutes, days, maybe, doing that. Because reality's still there. Your reality as it is still there. It's that we need to change. I can make you think you're thin, or and I can make dog shit. I can make chocolate taste like dog shit, and onions taste like apples, and I do that for a laugh when I'm, out and about and in a pub or whatever, and people want to have a go and you know make the point taste like cat piss or whatever, and then we have a laugh with it, but it's not going to stick. And but I do with certain people, especially with alcohol involved, I can change the smell so they don't like the smell of it, and I can stick that in to stay so then they don't like the smell. But obviously, I don't want it to ruin their night out if they've gone out with friends and they're drinking, So I have to be very careful what I'm doing with the mind trickery bit. But the main results you will get from changing your life. So I was when I was a driver at a haulage company before I did this light haulage company. And I used to drive about all day long, and I'd get up in the morning early and I'd come home late. I couldn't be asked to eat properly, and so I'd just eat donuts, cakes, chocolate, so on and so forth. It's the reason why I'm diabetic now. And yeah, I was shocked. I didn't realise actually how much sugar I had. I knew I used to eat a lot, but not what I did. I mean, it's horrendous. I'm surprised I got teeth, to be honest. Um, I still do eat sugary stuff, but not as much, nowhere near as much. And that's the thing. It's not about, your diets don't work because you're stopping yourself from having something. And the more you stop yourself from having something, the more you're going to want it. And then when you give up and give in and you have it, you then beat yourself up about it. But you're just doing what's natural. The brain will always go back to previous versions of itself that it was surviving. You're starving yourself. Brain ain't going to want that because it thinks you're dying. So it's going to go into kickstart mode and really boost that up to make you pick, graze, snack on all manner of shit. So you get into the habit, the routine, whatever meals you want, whether it be 1 meal, 3 meals, 2 meals, I don't know. Each person's different, whatever suits them. And we keep going until that becomes the norm. And then we work out what else is going on. As I say, most people stress eat because it becomes a comfort blanket, or they drink too much because it's a comfort blanket. So we find out what the other stresses are in your life and we change them. We lower them down, or we alter them, we remove them if possible. Could be a big change, could be a small change, but the small changes can have a massive impact. The small changes have a massive impact that can lead to major changes in your life, healthy changes. If you cut out a bottle of wine a week and takeaway a week, not only is that helping you financially, so you're not stressing about money you can't afford to spend on that shit, but think of the calories that you've not had. Now, I'm no dietitian or nutritionist or anything like that. My job is to reprogram your brain to not have the negative responses to stress. If you need help with nutrition advice, that sort of thing, that's for you to go off and find that and so on. I can put you in contact with somebody who does it. But I help with the bits that you can't change yourself, or you struggle to change yourself. So we fast track it. So when you go for it, when a stressor happens, rather than reaching for the food, the shitty food, you do something else. You get calm a different way, or a healthier way, or maybe you have a healthier snack, that sort of thing. Coffee is another one. People drink too much coffee. Again, it's caffeine. Obviously, I add sugar to it most of the time. So you got the caffeine, you got the sugar, and your brain's going, yes, let's have some of this. But at some point, you got to come down from it, and then it wants it again. So then you have more coffee, more sugar. But then you got this thing of, well, it's past 6 o'clock at night, I can't have a coffee, so I'll just have a bar of dairy milk instead and get the same kick out of that. And it's not about putting yourself through torment and pain and suffering to get there, because that's setting you up for failure. What you need to do is enjoy it for a start off. If you enjoy it, you'll want to do it more. If you're punishing yourself, your brain will give up. And quite often, then, because people have done the diets and they have lost weight initially, but then they've gone back and they've put more weight on. Again, that's your brain doing that for you, because it thinks that you're in the shit. It thinks you're dying. So we was doing this and we was quite happy and surviving, but what the bloody are we doing now? We're eating salad every day. Just salad. I'm starving. Let's have something better. And it's a fight you will not win, because when the emotional brain has kicked in, it will win. Unless you can show it better results from this new way quickly. That's what I aim to do. And we start off by saying to the brain, okay, look, instead of doing this, we're now going to do this. Done. That's now a new routine. And you go away and you get to work and whatever else, and you've got this new routine in place, and off you go, and you have your meals, you take your lunch to work, you have your lunch at lunch break, then your brain then goes, oh, you know what, this is a better way. I'll prefer this. We'll carry on doing this. Then after a few weeks, it becomes normal. And then if you forget your lunch, your brain's pissed off about that, because it doesn't want to go back to how it used to be. It wants this new way. So if you're going to do it on your own, do that. What's stressing you? What can you change? Small steps to make the change. Then, when I say change your diet, change your eating patterns. Make sure you are having your food to fuel your body, to fuel your mind, and your brain will get used to that. It'll get into that routine of having that. But also, you can eat what you want, as long as you're in control of it. That's another thing I help people with, is having control. If you're on a night out with your friends and you want to get pissed out your tree, fine. But if you're going home at night after a stressful day's work and getting pissed out your tree every night, that's bad. That's different. That needs sorting out. If you've been invited to a party and there's loads of food about, and you want to make a pig of yourself because it's a party, someone's having a barbecue, so you're getting the fit, that's fine. Because as long as it's a conscious decision, you've decided that in that event, you're going to do this, that's fine. Come the next day, you go back to your routine of your healthy eating, your better eating, your eating patterns, that sort of thing. But you're in control. You're in charge of what you eat, not the emotional, panic-stricken brain doing it for you. So, we've got any questions? 5 minutes to go. and I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to go and get takeaway. No, I'm not. But if I did, it's fine because it's Friday and it's been hot. I can't be asked to cook. But that's my decision. I'm not doing it out of habit. I'm not doing it out of an uncontrollable desire. Do I fancy some chips from the chip shop? Do I fancy a curry from the Chinese? Do I fancy a pizza? Don't know. I ain't decided yet. But whatever I choose, or if I cook myself, whatever I choose, it's going to be a conscious, rational decision because I want it and not because I need it to get something out of it. So, and I know a lot of people are going to watch this over the weekend because that's what most people do. As I said before, I'm thinking of changing the day for my lives. Might do it midweek, something like that. Give that a try for a bit. But yeah, has anybody got any questions? Think I've covered everything. So yeah, don't piss about starving yourself and all that shit. It's not healthy and you're setting yourself up for failure. 2, just be aware of what you're eating, how you're eating it, and make changes, small changes. You've spent years and years doing one thing. It's not just going to change like that. Yes, I can help you get it a bit quicker. When I say quicker, I can help you get it in the days, weeks, and then we work together to really, make it your routine. Can you perform a miracle? What do you want? Water into wine? Is that what you have to have? It's and if you know that that's why your eating habits have gone off the rails, think to yourself, what do I need to change to sort this out? And find the smallest of small steps and do it that way. If you've got a major sugar problem, don't just quit it. Do it bit by bit. It may take you a couple of months to do it, but you'll have done it. Whereas if you just stop, I guarantee you, if you stop sugar tonight, probably by Sunday afternoon, your brain will be screaming at you to go and have sugar. And you'll be snapping the heads off of everybody in your family. And you'll be, oh, no, don't do it. Cut back slowly, replace things with something healthier, get into that routine, that pattern. Swap your coffee for decaf. Cut down on your tea. That's switch from me, innit? This is the first time I ain't sat here with a big mug of tea because it's too hot. But just make little changes to get the big results. That's the best thing to do. And if you want help, and if you want to get it a bit quicker, and let's have a chat. I'll go on my website, mindsetSFT.com, and drop me a message on there. We'll book you in for a consultation, and we'll have a little talk and see what we can do and come up with a plan and go from there. Right, that's me. Don't know what I'm going to talk about next week. It's probably anxiety's turn again. Yeah, probably anxiety's turn again. So we'll do that. Next week then, anxiety. Have a great weekend. Take care, whatever it is you're doing. Don't melt. And I shall see you next week. Bye-bye.